I'm sorry. How long was I muted? 7 minutes? That's a long time. Let's start over. Should we start over? 7 minutes a long time. Should I start over or should I keep going? Just put in a note. Hey, I'm muted for 7 minutes. Y'all let me know. Because we can start over. It's not a problem. 7 minutes is nothing. All right, y'all let me know what we should do. But y'all see the title in the thumbnail. And that's the live stream. I want to talk about how the media works against these people, how it works against dog culture in general. They think that the media helps them. You know, the media is always putting out pro-dog articles nonstop. They do it like a machine every single day. So I think that the general public, dog lovers, they believe the media is on their side. They view media as, a cheerleader of dog culture, which, they basically are. But I think the media works against them because I think dog culture is so ridiculous that they should keep everything about it to themselves, and they'd be better off that way. Let us assume or suspect everything. Don't confirm it, right, by volunteering the information. But that's what they do, and I think that works against them. And I'm going to deal with some recent story to support that belief. But before I get to that, I'll save that towards the end, the main event at the end. I want to touch on some other things that the media put out today or within the past 24 hours. The media, they're always doing crazy stuff. They put this out today. How to survive a dog attack. Okay, that's the title. How to survive a dog attack. Now, they say always be alert and aware of your surroundings. Now, how's that supposed to prevent an attack? What if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you see dogs running 90 miles an hour towards you? Yeah, you being aware of them, it's really not going to help you. You can't outrun them. So, in a situation like that, you should have a gun. That's the only thing that's going to save you. You can't outrun them. Okay? I wouldn't even trust a hand weapon like a knife, sword, even a machete. Especially if it's multiple dogs. Give me the gun. You can launch an attack while they're still far away from you, and it's effective. Now, we all know, they never mention guns when they put out articles like this. They put out several articles like this trying to tell the public how to prevent a dog attack. They never mention using a handgun. Why? When that's really the only example given by cops. Cops neutralize these attacks all the time. Why not share how they're successfully doing it? I don't think there's any excuse. There's no excuse for that. You better tell the general public to do the same thing that the cops successfully do all the time, pretty much every day. Shout out to Monsieur Stalin, who's been a member of the channel for 1 month. And also reminded me that my mic was muted. Now look at this. Look and listen for signs that an animal is becoming aggressive. We're talking about dogs. Don't segue into animals. All right, you even put dog in the headline. Soften your eyes and open your mouth when you encounter an unfamiliar dog. I don't even know what that means. How do you soften your eyes, and why would you open your mouth when you encounter an unfamiliar dog? Now, maybe I'm not hip to the slang, but that sounds strange. Okay, that sounds strange. With a relaxed body posture, face the dog at an angle. Okay, it'll just attack you from an angle. Okay, that boy that 10, I think it was 8 or 10, who was rushed by those 3 dogs, he stood at an angle and he got attacked from an angle. They attacked the side of his body since he was standing at an angle. Lord, some of this advice is just strange. Look for warning signs that the dog might bite, such as teeth showing while growling. Oh, Lord. Remain calm. Do not run. Do not scream. Do not scream. Okay, that's what I was talking about. But they sit there and honk horns when a dog is launching an attack. They scream for the victim. Victim probably not screaming, just taking the mauling. Here come a nutter, a few nutters, 4 or 5 nutters in their vehicle honking horn. Now the attack is worse. The ignorance about dogs is crazy. It's an emergency. Do not attempt to pet a dog you don't know. Really? And y'all making a law to tell kids that when they see a dog, to get permission to go up to pet them. What does that sound like? Sound like sacrifice to me. Okay, make y'all mind up. Do you ask permission to pet a dog you don't know when you see him or not? Boy, they're still putting out stuff like this. Again, this was published less than a day ago. Do not attempt to feed a dog you don't know. Okay. Improve your chances of surviving a dog attack. Here's a few stats that will put dog bites into perspective. Between 30 and 50 are killed each year in the U.S. About 30% of fatalities involve a victim ages 1 to 4. 30% of fatality victims, and that's slow death. Keep that in mind. That's where there's torture involved each attack. Ages 1 and 4. See, that's stats like that is where you're supposed to say, I don't care what type of pet it is. Ban it. Okay, what's causing that for 30% of fatal attack victims? Understand, when you talk about mauling or mutilations where you live but you're disfigured, it's more than that. And those are just as serious. Whatever's causing those types of attack, we got to get rid of it. See, a sane community thinks that way. There's no excuse for these things to even be legal. More than half of all dog attack victims younger than 16. That's an interesting statistic. Okay, more than half are under 16. All right, 84% are family dogs. There you go. And they always flaunt. See, that's the thing. The media puts out information like this, and it works against dog lovers. Because when you look at dog lovers, they're always prancing around family dogs as if they're the safest. They always project family dogs as if they're the safest. The first thing they want to tell you is that, we've had them from a puppy, or they've been together their whole life. They grew up together. So it's safe. He would protect her with its life. All this kind of stuff. No, nutters. Only 16% of dog bites involve stray dogs. Okay, they're just talking about the United States. And here you go. How to survive being attacked by a dog. So they're trying to get it in with these suggestions. And they give the usual. Avoid eye contact. Don't panic if you're being attacked by look at this. If you're being attacked by a smaller dog, use your weight to strike their neck and get the dog off you. What? How do you? Okay. Use your weight to strike the dog's neck. Keep your fingers curled into a fist to decrease the odds of losing a finger. Okay. People, you can stick your whole fist into a dog's mouth. Some people can stick their whole head into a dog's mouth. I don't know why they say that. They just pull out anything because they have nothing. When you have nothing, you say anything. Now look at this one. If a dog clamps down on you, no. I skipped one. Look at this. You may need to sacrifice your non-dominant arm. Left arm if you write with your right hand. Sacrifice? Yeah. Give the dog your arm so it can clamp down on it. That's why the next suggestion is if a dog clamps down on you, don't pull away, as it can cause more damage. So this is instructions on how to accept an attack. This is instructions how to sacrifice yourself. They literally use the word sacrifice. It says sacrifice your arm, as if they're only talking. No, they're saying your life, because the attack goes from just your arm to your life. You can bleed out through your arm. Listen to these people, man. This is instructions, sacrifice instructions. Because we're dealing with a dog, the idea is you got to sacrifice yourself. You got to accept the attack. Once the dog releases the bite, check this out. What if it doesn't? They're trying to assume the nature of the attack. Oh, it'll clamp down on you, but then it'll let go. And when it let go, look at what they said. When it lets go of your arm, face the dog confidently and say no, as you stand with a firm stance. All right? This dog has just mauled your arm. Understand, when it clamps down on your arm, it's not going to stand still. Especially if it's a bully breed. It's going to hold and shake, rip and tear. You're saying just ignore the pain, ignore the blood. When it lets go, stand. Oh, Lord. You think this was an old article? No, this is brand spanking new. Back away slowly in a firm stance. If nothing else works and the dog continues to attack, look at this. Curl into the fetal position and just accept the attack. Just let it attack you. Now, what if you're standing? They're saying get on the ground and curl into a fetal position. Okay, what if there's multiple dogs? Well, they stay in the fetal position no matter what happens. Okay. Oh, okay. So our kids, our youngsters, the really smart, they're supposed to do it too? Yeah. You really think that's reasonable to expect young people, very young people, to get on the ground into a ball in a fetal position and accept an attack, huh? Yeah. All right, nutters. All right, nutters. Do not try to get up until the dog has moved at least 20 feet away. So do not try to get up until the dog decides to stop attacking you. People, this is deep, because virtually every time people call the authorities for a dog attack, the attack's still underway by the time they show up. So what if it doesn't move 20 feet away? Okay, sacrifice instructions. Look, wash and rinse all bite injuries as soon as possible. Yeah, Jacqueline Duran. After those dogs decide to stop attacking you, which they never did, yeah, get up and wash your bite injuries. Your missing face, your face that's not even there. Wash that off. Right? Wash off your skull. Sacrifice instructions. It's amazing. Like, people really talk like this? It's amazing. Seek medical attention. You think? You think people need to be told to do that? Okay. Call 911 and report the bite. Okay. Didn't think to do that. Lord. Listen, media, stop it. Don't do this to yourself. Stop it. They already got people out here paying attention. And if you want to make an article like this, y'all should listen to the general public first. Or you're just going to look dumb. And there's no reason for that. Just messing up your credibility. Why do that?
And now to Boulder, where a dog is dead after police say they were forced to shoot it. That dog reportedly tried to attack those officers. Boulder police tell us that dog was actually attacking another person early this morning. That's why they were called to the neighborhood on the north side of the city. Officers tried to stop the dog, but couldn't, and say it posed a threat to people in the area, so they were forced to shoot it. The person attacked was taken to a hospital in critical condition.
I grew up in this area, and I feel like I'm super safe here in general, and to have anything kind of shatter that illusion is a new experience for me.
She seems pretty shaken up there. Well,
Okay. Listen, man. That was not a good experience. You as a, just saying that, that's not a good thing. It's not a good look. You knew there was dogs in this area, so you had to have known that this was possible. There's nothing unbelievable or rare about stuff like this. The media tries to interview people and, get this. Listen, man, this happens way too often. This is too frequent. Okay? And after each attack, it's projected as if this is so rare. Oh, it's so unbelievable. Oh, I cannot believe it. I thought this was a safe town. I thought it was safe here. Really? You saw these mutants all up in your city, and you had no idea there was a threat present? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You knew full well. You know what dogs are, and you know what they're capable of. This ignorance, bliss, delusion, people, stop it. Just deal with reality. There's nothing wrong with reality. It's best. Because if you don't, you're probably going to die. That's going to work against you. It's going to come back. It's going to backfire. You see, the media they're sort of obsessed with dogs as well. Because they report things that shouldn't be reported. Yeah? Like that article I just showed, and like this. Stuff like this, we're not even supposed to hear about stuff like this. And this was recently published. Not even 24 hours ago, this was published. Life of XL bully saved following owner's death. So somebody adopted this dog after the owner dies. So what? I'm sure that happens all the time. Somebody who lives alone with a dog dies. The dog is sent to a shelter. Big deal. Telling it like it's some type of deep love story. You're not reporting it with other pets. What about the owners of other pets who die? You don't hear about those pets being taken by a family member or sent to a shelter, adopted. Oh, listen to this heartwarming story. The extra that the media puts in for dog culture is overboard. But it contributes to the idea that these things are important in society. This is just humanizing them. If this was a kid, somebody's youngster, then it would be story worthy. Okay. A single parent died, and immediately there were people who stood up for adoption. Let's say they don't have any family members, nowhere to go. And maybe some distant family members that they haven't talked to in years showed up, say, "Hey, I'll take him in and take care of him." Okay, that's a story. That's an interesting story. A dog, these things are worthless. This life that you mentioned of the XL bully is a worthless, counterproductive life that works against us. Let's just deal with reality. Their life works against our quality of life and literal life. Their existence makes our existence less enjoyable. I don't care what these dog lovers talk about, the type of pleasure they get rubbing on these things. I'm not listening to none of that insanity. Rub on something else and be happy. You're not about to endanger everybody's life because you want something to rub on. This surfaced, as you can see, 8 hours ago. 8 hours. So, they're still putting out foolishness. XL bully ban. RSPCA left with no option but to euthanize XL bullies, with full breed ban days away. The charity is devastated and fears the new law won't protect the public. And it won't. It'll just protect them from XL bully attacks. These lawmakers are not serious. They're not trying to increase public safety. They're not. This is just a political move, nothing more. The people responsible for this law are not concerned about public safety at all. They know all of you XL bully owners are now going to be owners of Cane Corsos and other bully breeds that are just as lethal. Okay? So time will tell exactly what these XL bully bans are all about. They're not about safety. Now, to the topic of the stream. I used this photo to make the thumbnail. Now, in the members area, I recently did a video where we looked at all of these signs. I found a bunch of signs from the XL bully marches, signs from the pit bull marches here in the United States, and they're all the same. They all say the same things. They're all equally delusional. And that's how I look at the airing of these people. You shouldn't share anything that they say because it just makes them look bad. Without the internet, most people would be left to assume that they know what these people think. We would have to assume the things that go through their mind and really their whole motive for owning these things. But when you come out and say it and fill us in on everything that you think, that makes it worse. So less than a day ago, Bristol 247 published this. XL bully owner, who's a mother, says her 6 dogs are like my kids. Okay, now, of course, it makes it worse that this lady is a mother. So she's endangering her offspring and bragging about it. Okay? But she had the nerve to say that they are like my kids. It works against you to share this with the public. Ma'am, you shouldn't tell people stuff like this. This goes for all the other dog lovers. Because then you give the general public the opportunity to examine your intelligence. Now, if you say things that are factual, your intelligence can't be held up to scrutiny. You can't be accused of anything. If everything you say is in line, is true. But it's real simple. Are your dogs, which are XL bullies, are they really like your kids? If you got 6 XL bullies, ma'am, they can kill you. One of them can kill you. Do you think one of your kids can kill you? Even if they try, do you think? Your dogs pose a lethal threat. Your kids don't. Okay, so what you said is not true. So it's better not to say it. You know, you're telling us that you're delusional. You see things that are not there. You live in a fantasy world. That's not healthy. It's not safe. Better if you keep that to yourself. But no, they want to say it, and the media outlet wants to print it. And this is a grandmother. Shout out to whoever left a comment recently who asked, what makes grandparents, elderly people, and small women think they can control these things? They know that they can't, if you ask me. They just expect the dog to always do what they say. Why? I have no idea. And you know, the thought of the thing attacking them, just, I guess, they willing to take the chance, which is insane. But she said, but she's up here trying to get attention. She said her pets have had their lives ruined by this new ban. Stop it. She's just going to go out and get more bully breeds. It's not going to affect her at all. She don't care. These people don't care. They're just doing this for attention. Okay? They know that they're going to continue to endanger the public, their neighbors, and everything. And that's what they currently get off on doing. Now, she's a 45-year-old woman with a 7-year-old daughter. 45-year-old woman with a 7-year-old daughter. And her daughter has a friend who's 9, who comes over and goes inside of this home. So this lady, grandmother, endangers somebody else's youngster as well. This is madness. Now, they shared the name of the dogs. I'm not going to. It's really getting annoying. They show this. And look at this sign. Look at this sign. This is interesting to me. Let me see if I can expand this. Copy image address. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because I believe I can get closer up to this thing. And I want to show y'all this. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Look at that. Look at that. Save our bullies. Hearts. Okay, hearts going overboard. You're doing that because you know these things are killers, all right? Look what she wrote. We are not dangerous. Yes, they are. Okay? Are they? Okay, you're making the statement. Nobody forced you to say that. That's how humans work. You say something, the listeners process what you say. And they determine, is this true or not? You're talking for your 6 XL bullies. You said, we are not dead. Yes, they are. Let's move on, ma'am. See, this is delusion. The media shouldn't even publish anything you're saying. They shouldn't make a story out of delusion. Things that's not true. People fantasizing. Why does this make the news? Why don't you publish the truth? Media. Y'all need to be publishing everything that we're saying what we're saying, because it's the truth. And I guess they got the names of their, I don't know what this means. Because look at this. I believe, look at this. Angel Rose has her own XL bully called Rainbow. Okay. So yeah, these are the names of the dogs. So they wrote the name of the dogs on this billboard. They did all this drawing, took even more time and energy to make the letters different colors. You got all this decoration scattered all around it. Looking, looks preschoolish. You clearly took a lot of time and energy into this, and it doesn't say anything. There's no facts. There's nothing convincing. There's no information, no examples. There's no breakdown of any false information that's been put out, no explanation why it's false, nothing. Nothing but emotional outbursts. And you had ample time to put thought into this. And this is best you can come up with. Do you know if an anti-dog person was forced to do this, they probably have more information you'd be able to read. It would be full of nothing but information. Okay, this is going to be a sweep. That's why you dog lovers, y'all should just get off it. Leave it. It's not going to look good for you. Y'all going to look very, very bad when this message starts to take hold of the population for real. And it will eventually. You got new people popping up nonstop, and it's crazy. Some content creators, they started just instantly, and boom, they're able to produce a lot of content in a short period of time. When we talked about dog culture, there's a lot to talk about. And there's no advantages for the lovers of dogs, and especially the fans of bully breeds. Okay? Now, if you ask me, eventually somebody is going to try to attack the anti-dog, the critics of dog culture. Those of us with platforms might be targeted, have our content and channels taken down, but they know that's not going to stop anything. They might even try to co-opt us, try to recruit us, reach out to dogsbite.org's like, hey, why don't you augment your information? Make it a little less aggressive towards the dogs, and we'll give you, a couple $1 million. That's always a thing, where they might try to bribe the influencers, but that's not going to happen with me. It's not going to happen. And, listen, man, maybe I'm enjoying it a little too much. But I don't know if people know about this ban that's going on. It's a facade. I guess February 1st, there's more stipulations. They need to have the dog microchipped and kept on a leash and muzzled at all times in public. Okay, was that not the law before February 1st? Is that not the law right now? Rhetoric, goofy stuff. When people tell you stuff and you confused all the time, it's probably a lie. Right? This is what they came up with. Shirts. Don't bully my breed, and you just got photos of dogs. Okay, so you have nothing to say, basically. All the people who've always wondered exactly why do these people own these killers, these things that terrorize communities. These things make me scared to come outside sometimes. Now they have a voice. They're on the media now, and they have a chance to say what they believe. And this is all you got to say? Blame the owners, you say? We are blaming the owners. by taking these things from you. You're to blame. So take them from you and get rid of them. Okay? Their lives are not valuable. You all should look at these things like the parasites that they are. They have a parasitic relationship with you, and the worst kind of parasitic relationship. The worst types of parasites are the ones that kill the offspring of the host. Right? Of all parasites to mimic, that's the one you choose. These things, y'all remember that veterinarian who said that they actually get jealous. Now keep the details of brood parasites close in mind when you listen to that. He said that they actually get jealous when you bring a new life into the home. Okay, you're dealing with natural organisms. They are already functioning just like other natural organisms for the same reason, to acquire food, life fuel. Y'all playing a dangerous game. You need to stop. Be sure to check out the most recent live stream that I did. I feel like that was, we got into a new topic, a topic I haven't dealt with before that I recently learned about. Interesting stuff. Check that out. And I will chop it up with all of you tomorrow, but tonight with the members, right? Be safe out there. It is time for me to go to work. And I will see you on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.